Welcome back to ICO Review. And in case you opened your wallet today to find things a little bit lower than normal for buying into your ICOs, it could be because of India. Indian banks suspending Bitcoin exchange accounts. So Bitcoin exchanges are allegedly under fire in India as many of the nation's top banks have suspended or greatly curtailed functionality on exchange accounts. You've got a list of banks there that have all taken strong action towards crypto exchanges, either closing accounts or severely limiting their functionality. Look, something similar had been happening recently here in Australia with some of the big four closing accounts that have been regularly making transactions to Bitcoin markets and Bitcoin exchanges. However, without being on the ground there, I can't really speak for the severity of what's actually happening there. When it happened here in Australia, it didn't really seem to affect the market. However, India has a much larger populace, so I can understand why that might carry a little bit more clout. But on the other side of the equation, I can't be certain that it's not a repeat of some of the Korea exchange foreclosure FUD, whether this is actually what's happening or whether it has been slightly exaggerated. Though I do typically find Cointelegraph to be a reliable source of information. Moving on to some of the ICOs that we have covered, let's talk about Guardium. Just a quick note for any of you looking to get into the pre-sale, if you've got a fair few ETH that you want to throw around, the sale closes on January 23. So that's tomorrow here in Australia, or it could be the day after for you if you're in the US. And of course, information for that one on the screen there in front of you. It is for US-based accredited investors only. And on a related note, the Guardium wallets have been released. So the link to all of those things will be down below. The Washington Post article is an interesting bit of writing, so the link of that will be in the description below for you all. Quickly moving over to Naga, in case you've been waiting for your tokens to come in the week just gone, they should have completed token distribution. So double check your Ether wallet and make sure your tokens are there. In a little bit of post-ICO news, let's have a talk about Titanium. Now, Titanium is a ICO that I didn't actually have time to cover on the channel just because it sold out so damn quickly. Having a look at their Twitter, we would like to thank everybody for taking part in our ICO sale. They sold 35 million coins in 18 days. So it seems to me as if they are off to a pretty strong start. And if you are following the Titanium project, you might want to be aware as well that they've partnered with HTML Coin in the days just past. HTML Coin is an interesting one. It's not a very well-known coin. It's been established for a few months now, to my knowledge, and it seems to have some interesting tech behind it. So if you want to check that one out, again, links in the description below. It's very cheap right now. So I'm interested to see what happens there with HTML Coin and whether it rides the wave of implied success here for Titanium. Moving over to what I believe will be the company of the year, Icon. They have partnered with Kyber Network, which was announced 3 days ago. The token exchange system is a key component of inter-blockchain ecosystems. Exchanges of tokens between interdependent blocks is one of our ongoing business goals. A partnership with Kyber Network brings us one step closer to interchain token exchange. Down the road, we hope to connect and support additional blockchains and tokens, eventually taking the place of today's centralized exchange regime. And that's from GH Kim, the Foundation Council of Icon. So that is a pretty big step for anybody that's aware of Icon's overarching mission, which is to connect all blockchains. And it seems like every time we glance in Icon's direction, they're taking bigger and bigger steps towards realizing their goal, which is pretty cool. Which brings me to Mainnet. We mentioned Mainnet here on the channel a few weeks ago, but it's come up on us very quickly. It's happening in 2 days, provided everything goes according to plan. So 2 days. I'm very interested to see what happens on the charts for Icon moving to the 24th. And shortly after that, on the 31st, the Icon Annual Summit will be happening as well. So the next 7 to 10 days bode to be quite intense, bode to be quite promising for anybody invested in Icon and the Icon project themselves. And one final addition to the video, Vibe Hub finally released the preview footage for the world's first volumetric concert with Planet Asia. A lot of us in the Vibe Hub community have been hanging, waiting for this video to come out all day yesterday. It's finally here. I'm glad they took the time to get it right and to get it perfect instead of rushing it out and having technical difficulties. We had the VR preview, the night in the museum, but this is next level. We think about the applications, for this type of technology. People in semi-rural areas that don't get to see their favorite artists, instead of having to travel long distances, can now strap on a headset, strap on the VR, and off they are, receiving exclusive live performance from whoever it is that they happen to be a fan of. And in channel news, a nice little acknowledgement from YouTube themselves here. We have reached and cracked, in fact, 1,000 subscribers. So thank you guys. I'm absolutely stoked that we've grown as quickly as we have, up to 1,000 subscribers. It feels like the other week I was talking to you all about 500. So double that. Fantastic. So if any of you are regular viewers at this point, let me know in the comment section or on Telegram where you see me about the direction you'd like to see the channel move into 2018, or whether you're just happy with what we're doing now. Regardless, we are working on a couple of interesting things moving into the year, as I think I mentioned in the 500 subs video. But that's hopefully a nice quick one for you. All the links will be in the description below. I have been your crypto enthusiast, and I will see you in the next video.